Hello, and you join us for our review of the latest episode of Doctor Who, Kerblam! Which you have to say like that because it's got an exclamation mark at the end.
I'm not going to.
No, I know you're not going to. So, we start off with Sean's thoughts.
Lee Mack died.
He was in it a lot less than I thought he was going to be.
Good. That's one positive mark it's got. I would say a return to Doctor Who doing what it does best. Scaring kids with innocuous items. Because the Doctor faced her greatest foe this week. Bubblewrap.
Bubblewrap.
I called it a second before it happened. I went, the bad guy's going to be Bubblewrap, isn't it? And yes, it was the bad guy. Not just Bubblewrap, but...
That was the weapon, wasn't it?
Yes, but it was Bubblewrap. So
it was very Stephen Moffat in that way, really.
Well,
you would always...
the same idea behind the Autons. It's shot dummies. You see it. Kids will see everywhere.
Yeah.
And scare the shit out of them. Same thing with the Weeping Angels.
Yeah.
Well, that's more the idea it moves when you don't see it. It's scary.
Yeah.
So
there's things that wouldn't look out of place somewhere.
You get a lot of complaints around Christmas with, "Dear BBC, my kid ran away from his present screaming because of the bubble wrap." I can see, but yeah, it wasn't the best episode. It was all right, but it was actually a Doctor Who episode, which is rare in this series.
We've had maybe 3.
Yeah, I think it's probably my second favourite episode since the first one. Which I think is more a mark of how on the lack of quality more than anything.
Yeah, because this is what? This is 6? 7, is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Without looking it up. But yeah, it was alright. I had no real... It didn't bore me. It made both me and my mum laugh at several points. Genuinely, not laughing at it for being stupid. Just going, that was funny.
7. This was episode 7.
Oh, okay, that's 7.
Oh, we've got names for the rest of the episodes for the rest of the series.
Very goody. But yeah, I liked it. It wasn't as... It was alright. It was nothing ground-shaking. But a return to form. Just not quite a return to quality. Although you would debate how much that had in the modern series after Christopher Eccleston. To be brutally honest. But other than that, it was good. It was actually a Doctor Who episode. And Lee Mack died. And Bradley Walsh nearly at the end. When he had the bubble wrap. I was like, go on, do it, Bradley, do it. But he didn't. Although the way that last shot hanging on, I went, I'm calling it now, season finale, that bubble wrap is coming back.
Yeah, it makes you think there's something.
There's something going on here with that bubble wrap. It's going to either be the linchpin in some future plan, or it's going to become sentient and run around the place. Oh, and Christmas trees. Doctor Who made kids afraid of Christmas trees as well.
Yep.
But yeah, that's my thoughts. It was perfectly alright. And actually a Doctor Who episode. And not one Trump reference. So, good on them. I wasn't as disappointed as I was with the giant spiders. It was. And the postman things were wonderfully creepy.
Oh yeah, they are.
They're very cheerful voices.
Hello.
Yeah, they reminded me of the things from... What's that episode with the giant whaleship? With the...
Oh, yes, the Smilers.
That's what they reminded me of.
That was my thinking on them a bit as well, actually.
And the horrible manager wasn't the bad guy, which I was calling.
No, that was an interesting...
Oh, he's going to be the bad guy. He's the horrible manager. He's the corporate man. You know, he's the man. You know, they're always the bad guys, which is funny coming from the BBC. But no, he wasn't. It was the nice maintenance guy who was... What was his reason again? I lost track of that rambling speech he gave.
Right, so from my understanding... I mean, this is where we get to sort of what the moral message for the week was, because every week's, apart from the first episode, has always had a moral message, pretty much, to it. And this one was talking about the sort of automation of jobs. Automation of jobs and things. So we've had it established that with Kandoka, the human colony that Kerblam is built around as an organisation, all their jobs have been automated. And now they have a ruling on Kandoka that 10% of all jobs must be fulfilled by organics, by people. And his criticism, I can't remember his name. It's just come from my head.
Charlie, wasn't it?
Charlie, that's it. Thank you. I was thinking of. It was a normal name. It wasn't a weird sci-fi name for once. It was Charlie. It was a normal name, Charlie. Essentially, Charlie was someone who was. He didn't like the automation of things. He hated the fact that the jobs there and the system itself is sort of 10% automation. He wanted to see all of it people, because it's the idea of this 10% of people. It's not just 10% of people who are working for Kerblam or Organic. They're 10% of the population. They're the only people who are employed. So there's 90% of the population is unemployed because there are literally no jobs for them. Which obviously, as I think, sort of Lee Mack's character was Dan.
I call him Lee Mack. But I think
Lee Mack.
Yeah, Lee Mack.
His character was saying about how nobody else has jobs and everything, and all the money he makes, he has to put to his daughter's education and things like that. It suggests the state of things in Kandoka, down on Kandoka, is mass poverty, mass unemployment, as we established, 90% unemployed. So, major problems going on down there. Essentially, in some ways, it's sort of the equivalent of the Luddites.
Yeah, I did think of a Luddite.
Or their ideology, as it were. The idea of the automation of machinery would take away the jobs of people. Which is a criticism of things we have nowadays. The whole idea of machines are taking away jobs from people, and occasionally get things coming out saying, in so many years' time, is your job going to be taken over by a machine? Because it can do it efficiently, and it's going to be cheaper to have a machine do it than employ a person. And Lee Mack had that throwaway line of, we were all too busy looking at our phones to look up all day and realise the machines are taken over.
That's how Skynet works.
Yep.
Or Siri, as it's now going to be known as.
And then we had that moral message repeated again with the Doctor says it's not the system that takes it's not the system that's the problem, it's the system is exploited by other people. So we had our strong moral message.
Charlie's speech was very rambly.
It was a bit.
I just tuned out halfway through, and then he was dead. And I was like, okay, he's dead now. Well, when did that happen?
I mean, I followed it through. I mean, it was a surprising twist as to who it was. I didn't think it would be. I didn't know. I'm gunning through it. I have no idea who it is.
I was thinking, if I was a hack running through, it would be the evil corporate man, because it's always the evil manager who's not very nice to his workers.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't. So I was like, okay, credit episode, you surprised me.
But even at the end, they make lots of comments like, so after all the disasters that's happened there, all our workers are getting 2 weeks paid leave.
Hey. It's better than 2 weeks not paid leave.
No, it's true. It's true. But it's the whole thing about like, wow, it's not going to be a mass reform. I mean, it's going to be a people-led company.
Companies aren't people-led. They're designed to make money.
The whole thing was it is a very thinly veiled sort of. I'm not sure if it is really a critique, but it is a thinly veiled sort of analogy like Amazon, clearly.
Damn you, Amazon! They should start putting bubble wrap in all their things now. Just a message.
I think they do.
No.
Nobody uses. They don't use bubble wrap anymore. They use paper.
Oh.
They use recycled sort of. It's almost like crepe paper. They don't use bubble wrap. Not for wrapping up the products. I mean, the products might have bubble wrap on them anyway, but for bigger packages, it's usually sort of thick paper that they use. Do you want Mum's thoughts?
Oh, go on then.
So, Mum's initial words as soon as she answered the phone was, very sad.
Good.
What? Context.
Wait,
very sad.
Sad episode, or sad as in that's really bad quality and they should be embarrassed.
No. She continues, says, why is it only for 9 to 11-year-olds?
No.
Her problem with... She'd moved past the episode already. She went straight on to the little advert bit at the end saying, if you're a teacher with a class for a teaching class of 9 to 11-year-olds, there's a thing that the doctor needs your help on something. To which point my mum was rather distraught at that.
Well, yeah.
The episode itself, she thought was alright. She didn't have a major problem with it. But she You know, we were saying last week about how we're not too sure about this series as a whole.
Yeah.
Mum's sort of come around to that way of thinking now.
Dear she.
The idea of sort of becoming a bit bored
Oh.
of it. And, interesting thoughts, she's beginning to find she doesn't like a female doctor.
I don't think it's Jodie herself. I mean, her northern accent annoys me, but northern accents don't annoy me. It's just like when she doesn't shut up for like minutes at a time, and it just gets relent. I don't mind. I think Jodie's perfectly fine for it. It's just
I mean, that's the thing.
It's
I mean,
written.
Mum's
She's written to be infuriating, and no offense to her, but David Tennant does have a certain degree of charm when he doesn't shut up. Although he still needs to smack her on the face, which is why Donna was great. Because she would smash him in the face.
Yeah, well, Mum's critique isn't... It was the idea... She said, I like Jodie Whittaker, and I think she's brilliant, but I don't really know how I feel about it, because we've gone well over halfway through the series now. I don't know. Mum's beginning to find a strange readjustment to a female doctor.
Oh.
For her, it's not Doctor Who. If the programme had a different title, and it was literally exactly the same story, exactly the same plot, on a different programme, probably with different character names, you wouldn't have an issue with it. It is literally the Doctor Who. It's literally the idea of it's Doctor Who.
They should have called it Romana Who and have her be in it. She's live, but that's an entirely different, complicated ball of unravel. Or Susan Who. It would actually work.
That could.
It's just. Well, she just annoys me. After a while. Well, this one wasn't that bad.
We got a lot of references to previous Who as well, actually.
The Fez, Agatha Christie.
That was literally it.
Was it? Oh, I expected more. But I missed some. What else did he pick up on? But I got the Fez, which obviously, and the Agatha Christie.
Yeah, there's the only two references to previous Who we had. It's more than we've got for anything else.
Well, yeah, it's nice references to.
We don't get reference to all usually.
If she ordered that when she was Matt Smith, man, their Kerblam's delivery times are shite.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Although she does travel in time, so that might be a problem.
Which also confused me then as to how the Kerblam man got in if we're travelling through the time vortex.
Yes,
teleportation's...
that does raise a question. Maybe they're just that good.
Or maybe they were just in the galaxy.
I'm pretty sure they were in the kaleidoscope, as I call it.
Yeah, it looked like they were in the vortex.
They're just flying around casually. Man, they're that good. They can. That's how Amazon gets your product before you order it. They're that good.
I love that they do it on the day. And what my favourite thing, what I find amazing with Amazon is they do deliveries on Sundays now because they have their own delivery service.
Yeah. Well, no, they'll say it'll come between Thursday and Friday. It arrives on Wednesday before. And you're like, can't bring it early. What if I'm not in? You're lucky I'm in. So I'm not expecting you to do this. So me and my mum joke. One day they'll be so good they'll deliver before you order it. They'll just be that good. And with their drones.
Oh yeah, they're doing drones, aren't they?
I want something to arrive my drone. Then I know I'm in the future. It's the drone delivery. But yeah. Your thoughts? I've had your mum's thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways it was more like classic Who, in some ways. I got weird moments of deja vu, but I'm not quite sure where from. Part of the episode felt very, we've been here before.
When the Doctor arrives somewhere, something sinister is going on, sort of up. Rushed
I'm
ending.
a bit closer to the actual storyline itself. I don't quite know what.
I was thinking about it off the top of my head.
Mum found it was a bit similar to something.
It's the shock of having an actual Doctor Who episode suddenly. This shit.
For me, the moralising message was very strong. It was very clear right from the start in terms of this is going to be a critique of sort of automation and.
It's a problem.
It was a bit thinly veiled on that front.
Yeah.
It was more like a classic episode of Doctor Who, though, in terms of there's a threat and an interesting twist at the end was the person's not who we thought it was.
Ending, and then we all leave, dust our hands off, not a problem anymore.
It was a very rushed ending. It was like, wait a minute, why is there a liquefaction chamber?
Why not? Doesn't your workplace have one?
Not that I'm aware of.
Exactly.
There might be downstairs in the basement.
You'll go next go to work. You'll get a promotion. You're employee of the day, Alex. Really? Great. Have some Bubblewrap.
I just want to say as well, you know the bit when the Doctor was saying about Sir Charlie's like, the system did know. It had a conscience. It tried to stop you. That's why the droid came after you. And then when it couldn't get you, it got rid of Kira. I'm thinking that's a bit cold of the system.
Well, it's machine logic, probably.
I mean, it's machine logic in some ways, but even then, it's like the Doctor's still defending.
Also, why is the system sentient? This is the problem with most AI stories I have. I'm like, why is it sentient? Really?
Even then, it's really cold because, like, Kira was perfectly innocent and lovely.
It's a bit dim, and
maybe, but you know, she did nothing wrong.
No, she was.
And her only cry, and even then, it's literally, what did she die for? Because Charlie liked her.
God damn it, Charlie.
Now that's the thing. She literally did nothing wrong. Her entire role in that plotline is victim.
Right, another strongly worded letter to BBC. Dear BBC, stop.
She did nothing wrong. She's perfectly lovely. Very nice attitude. Just
they're always the ones you kill.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, that's why it hurts. It's like, no,
nice person
who's done nothing wrong that we care about, because she had some character again. Same with Lee Mack, actually. He again, it's the same
quite
thing.
Quite as irritated as I worried. He wasn't quite as irritating as I was worried.
No.
The moment he went into, I'll take that when you're so deadly. You're so dead.
Yeah, I know. No, don't do it.
You're dead.
Why do all the nice people die?
Exactly, Lee Mack died. Into
just
liquid.
Liquefy.
Which means there's a massive puddle. Anyway, moving past the logic of and Bubblewrap.
Yeah.
Power of
Shall we move on to the weeks ahead?
Yeah.
Right, so next week, as we've known for ages, it's the Witchfinders.
Which I assume is
Which is James.
Yes, Mr. Alan Cartman. Who
with,
better
James
be
the
well
Sixth
used. Otherwise...
I was, Mum said, I wonder what next week's moralising message will be.
Witches are alright. It's the Witchfinders.
Well, we know it's about. Well, the episode. Well, it's about. We know it's dealing with witches because I saw the trailer.
Depends.
Are
we going to have actual witches, or just the whole kangaroo court idea of witch hunting?
I imagine it's closer to the kangaroo court. Really, I don't know. There might be other things involved with it.
Or is someone actually going to be a witch?
Might be. I don't know what this. I have no idea what the moralising message is going to be. But the next week, the episode is called "It Takes You Away."
That's mildly sinister.
And then the following week, the series finale is the Battle of Ranskura Av Kolos.
Ah, I know that puddle well.
That old chestnut.
That could literally be anything.
The Battle of Ranskura Av Kolos.
Ranskura Av Kolos. That means good.
No idea.
That's cleared that up. And
both of those titles have clearly just told us exactly what we don't. You know what, guys? We're not even going to watch the episodes. We'll do the reviews for them right now.
Actually, I've got some.
It's so clear what the episodes will be about.
On the edge of Norwegian fjord in the present day, the Doctor, Ryan, Graham, and Yaz discover a boarded-up cottage and a girl named Hanning. I don't know how to pronounce that. In need of their help. That's all you've got for it takes you away. There's a monster lurking in the woods, apparently. And for the battle of that place, on the planet of Ramskor, whatever, lies the remains of a brutal battlefield. But it's the Doctor, Graham, Yaz, and Ryan. Yaz came before Ryan. Both tied in different order. That really annoys me. Answers 9 separate distress calls. They discover our planet holds far more secrets. Who is the mysterious commander with no memory? What lies beyond the mists? And who or what are the Ucks? Don't know, man.
So apparently we're not having the
mysterious commander with no memory. It's going to be Mark Gatiss.
So we're not having the return of the Stenza.
Who knows?
He's
got a picture of them in a quarry somewhere, and everyone's got the picture of them in the woods.
Yeah, the series finale's guest starring Mark Addy.
Do we know what he's doing, or just he's in it?
I mean, he's one of the. I mean, when they did the first episodes, like the series trailer, which is actually just a montage of the various.
Look who we got. I'm like, maybe I'm not up to date with TV, but I don't know who those people are.
A lot of them I didn't recognise. Some of them it's like I've seen them in things.
Like, it took me. What's his name? The director of Peoples. In this episode, I've forgotten her name.
Yes.
I know that voice from somewhere. I know it from somewhere. And then my mum went, "It's Hayley from Coronation Street." Went, "That's where I knew her voice from." I knew it.
It's Julia Hesmond.
Yeah, I know that voice from somewhere. It's really annoying me. But yeah, that's not that problem. But yeah, that was a weird. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah.
And of course, now we have the formal date for the Christmas special.
You mean the New Year's Day special?
Which is New Year's Day.
Didn't I read somewhere they ran out of ideas to do Christmas? You can't run out of ideas of what's doing Christmas.
I think it's something else.
What? It's not about Christmas. Who cares?
No. It's a few twists. It's a few things they've done. It's programming. Doctor Who has moved from Saturdays to Sundays.
It's not good enough for Christmas. You get relegated to New Year's Day. So
the timings on it are not fixed anymore, and its ratings are dropping.
Its ratings dropped throughout the series and all the series. And I said, in terms of last series, its rating drops aren't that bad.
No, I know that. But
last series was way worse. That's what
critical
reception. It's not been brilliant, but it's not been terrible. So far, the week's end episode is the Saranga conundrum, and that's still 79. So it's not exactly like it's fucking dreadful. Who knows?
I'm a little concerned, is all.
Well, we'll find out. I don't know. It's not been dreadful. The ratings.
No.
Who knows? New Year's Day special.
Yeah.
That's because everyone's hungover from New Year's Eve. But to be fair, I'm usually very drunk on Christmas Day, so I barely remember the Christmas episodes.
Well, we never do Christmas Day specials.
Because I'm very hungover on Boxing Day.
And I'm at home.
You're at home, so I'm like, did you watch Doctor Who yesterday? Maybe, I don't remember. I was very drunk Christmas Day. Yeah, it's not been... It apparently has, in quotes, generally favourable reviews. Apparently, that's the... I mean, Rotten Tomatoes, the high, the legitimate form of criticism, has a 7.45 out of 10 for the series. 96 approval. It's not doing bad. I don't see why they would cancel it in this series. It's not like it's... I mean, if they weren't cancelled, they cancelled the last couple of series have been fucking dreadful. This isn't... I've like 2 out of 7 episodes. That's a decent percentage. We still don't know the title of the Christmas, New Year special.
No, they won't reveal that until a lot nearer. I
not
think.
Christmas. The holiday special. It'll involve us going to find Chewbacca's family. You ever watched that?
No.
Don't. Just don't.
I've never wanted to watch it.
It will make you thank God the prequels exist. But yeah, I think we're done with...
No, I was going to say one more thing again.
Else to say.
Yaz still lacks a character.
Look, if you're going to have a character, it would have been last episode. Brutally honest, if they're going to give her anything. At this point, who knows? Maybe something will happen.
She's nice. That's about as much as I get from her.
This is the Rey problem in Star Wars. She's nice, but that's not a character. She just wants to find a place. That's not really enough. I need a bit more than that. Just they're nice is up there with they're a bit clumsy as a character flaw. Not really. It's just... I mean, Ryan hasn't done much, to be very fucking honest. I mean, he has places he can go, whether they will. Is his dad going to show up at the Battle of Ramscorp of whatever?
That'd be a twist.
Even know. Now we know who the mysterious commander is, remember me. I'm Dad! Yes, son. Why am I Darth Vader suddenly? Oh no, not father. And yes, I am Darth Vader. And now I'm remembering Eddie's sketch about that. Death Star Canteen. Anyway, that's amazing. But but at least even Graham, has somewhere to go. His grief and being able to go back home.
Yeah.
Yaz just doesn't really do anything. No offense to her, but she doesn't do anything.
Even in terms of personality, there's not...
No, I told you before, 3 is too many. They learned this in Peter Davison, they have way more. Like 4 at one point. Well, 3, no one liked Adric. I mean, no one liked Adric. And, not even the writers liked him. You just have too many. You need to... 2 is, I think, the most you can do. Especially in the modern series where the stories are a lot shorter.
Yeah.
2 is the most. Like, Amy and Rory, that worked. Plus they were married.
Rose and Jack.
Yeah, Rose and Jack works.
Nardole and Bill.
Nardole and Bill mostly works. But yeah, 2 as a number works. But 3, I think, is just too many.
Yeah.
Next series, they should just... I don't know if they're doing another series of the same kind or not. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious to see as well.
Are they leaving at the end of the series? Are they going to be in the New Year special? Or is it going to be... I mean, Bill was technically in the last year's special.
Yeah.
On a technicality. But, are we getting new ones next season? If so... And pretty much, if you're going to cut someone, you can cut Yaz. You're not going to miss much. No offense to her actress, she's very perfectly fine, but not really done anything. And to be fair, neither of the other two, but the other two have potential to do something.
There's a lot they can
Ryan
go, that we've learned about their characters and their development.
Yaz has just been there to be Yaz. But I don't know. Who knows what they'll do? If anything.
So, I think that wraps us up for this week.
It is.
Yeah. So join us next week for when we review The Witchfinders.
With Alan Cumming.
Not joining us. I mean, he's in the episode.
That's what you think. I know a guy. No, I don't.